Welcome to the Brad Lang Show. I am Brad Lang. What do these three women have in common? Now, aside from being a combined 4 out of 10, I'll show you. Kathy Griffin recently showcased her extensive talents by doing a piece of comedy by posing with a bloody, decapitated head of Donald Trump. When faced with the inevitable backlash, she did the responsible thing and apologized.
So, regarding the image that I participated in, that apology absolutely stands. I feel horrible.
Then she remembered she was a liberal and started blaming someone else.
What's happening to me has never happened ever in the history of this great country, which is that a sitting president of the United States and his grown children and the First Lady are personally, I feel, trying to ruin my life forever. I'm going to be honest, he broke me. He broke me. Oh. And then I was like, no, this isn't right. This is not right. And I apologize because that was the right thing to do and I meant it.
It's not right, Kathy. How do you even... this is like Olympic level spinning to try and flip this story. I'm sorry, Kathy, but I'm only giving you 2 points for effort, and that's about it. Emily Rose Marshall, aka Luis Rosalma, aka Moldylocks, was punched in the face attending a counter-protest in Berkeley, California. Now, Rosalma and the rest of the Antifa militants showed up with M80s, bats, glass bottles, and they proceeded to attack Trump supporters. Now, when her plan to collect 100 Nazi scalps failed, she got punched in the face. Now, afterwards, she spoke to CBS News to recount her experiences, and obviously she called for peace and understanding for both sides. It's a time to come together for everyone to heal. Wait, that didn't happen.
Didn't have any time to like understand and process what was going on. I just put my arms up to kind of push him away as much as I could, and he just totally threw himself into me, and I was really just trying not to get my skull cracked open.
Yeah, it looks like you were trying really hard here by throwing M80s into the crowd and looking to hit people with glass bottles. Now, another liberal taking a very clear-cut case of cause and effect and making it into a tale of woe and unexplained aggression. Here's your victim card. Now, I've saved the best one for last because it's really unimaginable that with the stature of this woman, with the coalition that she's built over the years, with the experience that she's gathered, there's no way, absolutely no way, this woman is ever going to allow herself to be a victim.
I inherit nothing from the Democratic Party.
What do you mean nothing?
I mean, it was bankrupt. It was on the verge of insolvency. This was the biggest nothing burger ever. It was a mistake. I've said it was a mistake. They covered it like it was Pearl Harbor. Comey was more than happy to talk about my emails, but he wouldn't talk about investigation of the Russians.
I meant to say there's no way she would not make it look like she was the victim. There's no way. Losing the election to Donald Trump could have been anything other than the fact that you were a terrible candidate and the least trusted candidate to ever run for office. And you ran against Donald Trump. The common theme from these leftists is that they cannot possibly be responsible for what has happened to them. It was sexism. It was fascists. It was our own damn party. It was all of these things. Actually, it was none of these things. Now, the Democrat Party has so ingrained into the very core of their belief structure that there's always someone to blame. There's always the fault of some rich white man that you didn't get the job, or that you have to work 2 jobs, or that you're so far in debt, or these student loans. It's the system. It's a system designed to keep you down, and they, the Democrats, are the only ones who can possibly save you from all of it. Or at least that's what they need you to believe. See, the modern Democratic Party is dependent on a mentality of victimhood that they have convinced themselves at this point that it's true. Guys, you have a party led by a generation that is so hell-bent on avoiding accountability that it's no surprise that they've bred a generation that refuses to take any responsibility. Go to any college campus today and you'll hear students decrying white privilege, patriarchy, sexism, racism. I mean, mansplaining and manspreading are a thing. These are windmills that have to be charged at. I mean, the very presence of someone who holds a differing view than they do. I mean, let alone speak those views is the equivalent to them of physical assault. And of course, the only responsible response that you can have to this is violence. You have to drive out those evil conservatives. And that's exactly what they mean to do. I mean, from New York to Berkeley to Evergreen State in Portland, Oregon, students are taking it upon themselves to physically drive out anyone they disagree with. I mean, all you have to do is label them Nazis, and anything they say is hate speech, and they feel justified in taking a stance. We've created a generation in this country of militant victims. People that are so unable to overcome this patriarchal white capitalist society that they've decided it's time to fight back. I hate to break it to you guys. Anyone, let's say 28 and under, there is no patriarchy. There are no Nazis wanting to murder you or your friends, and there's no racist movement looking to return this country to slavery. Hell, even if there were, what would they do? I mean, liberals have already demanded racially segregated safe spaces and racially segregated graduation celebrations and racially segregated organizations. I mean, you've completely reversed the civil rights movement and you call it progress. There's no such thing as mansplaining. If you think a man is talking to you in a condescending tone or interrupting you and use that as justification to completely disregard what is said, I mean, what if a man did the same thing? Does that mean that womansplaining is also a thing? Or is it only possible if a man does it? I mean, can't we just call it being rude? I mean, that's what we used to do. Is just, you're being rude. If I sit on a train and I spread my legs a little bit, I'm not trying to show some primal show of my male superiority. It's because I've got something there, unlike Caitlyn Jenner, and it's just a little more comfortable. So guys, stop trying to create boogeymen who are making your life so hard for you, and look in the damn mirror. Choices you made and actions you took are responsible for who you are and where you are today. Stop looking for someone to blame and to fight because you think things are unfair or unjust. I mean, better yourself and prove them wrong. I mean, by throwing rocks at people and burning trash cans, do you think you're making anyone question anything? I mean, maybe your sanity. This is America. And whether you choose to believe it or not, you can become literally anything you're willing to work hard for. Just take a good hard look in the mirror. Now, if you excuse me, I'm late for a patriarchy meeting. To stay up to date on all the latest content and videos, be sure to click subscribe, and you can find me on Twitter @BradLangShow. Thanks for watching.